All right. What's up, everybody? How's all my early birds doing? This is Marshall Lee of DonkeyDrawProjects.com, and this is the Early Bird Artcast number 24. And I put the word out there, and but there's a little bit of a delay between the time I put the word out and the time I was able to press go on the thing. But we're here, and we'll be on for a little bit, maybe like an hour more or less. But yeah, hopefully everybody's doing well. And it looks like today I already have a person here, Mr. Creed, once again on here. How you doing, man?
I am here. That is right. Right on. Accurate news, I gotta say.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
doing
not
pretty good,
fake
man. I'm
news.
just happy to get back to working on some art.
Awesome. Yeah, you said you got the day off.
Oh, I got today, tomorrow, and Monday off because of Remembrance Day. So 3 day
Nice.
week. I'm getting some art made. I'm getting some videos done. It's gonna be a busy weekend.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't plan too much and try to bite off more than you can chew, because I know that's what I end up doing every time I have like some time off. Finally, I bite off more than I can chew, and then I don't
Oh
get
yeah.
anything done.
Well, I like to plan 50 things, and if I get 10 done, that's awesome.
Yeah. This week for me, I didn't have a plan going in, which is weird. I like to have a plan, because I'll end up in this situation where I don't know what to do, and then I'll just
You'll
kind of
spend the
screw.
weekend looking for what you're gonna do.
Exactly. I'll kind of
Yeah,
screw around and lose myself.
I have done
But
that.
I did end up getting, actually, before I did this, I created a little tutorial, a little YouTube tutorial, and put it out. So that was kind of fun. I haven't done that in a long time. So hopefully it's something that I wanted to, like, I tried to look for myself, on Instagram, or I mean on YouTube, but couldn't find it. And finally I found out how to do it. And so I was like, well, I'm going to make a video about it since nobody else made a video about it.
Right on.
Um,
Share the knowledge.
yeah, so it's basically making color screen tones on Clip Studio Paint. And, you know, that's what. That's what I did, and I think the video came out pretty cool. So if anybody wants to check out how to do that, that would be awesome.
Those tones have been looking awesome on your art, man. It gives it this retro, really crazy style. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely was like that retro stuff. It's funny, like I think coming to realize that that's probably a big part of what I do, like what my style is kind of playing around with all kinds of different ways of making things look vintage and retro and stuff. I can't stop doing it. And I just have too much fun and like stylizing it that way as well.
Oh yeah, it's coming out awesome.
Thanks. It's good to hear.
I find it funny that the because we get that style in our head from when we're a kid, but what we don't realize is what we like about it was just the limitations of how they were doing it. Like that was the limitations of the technology made it look that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's pretty interesting.
Like the guy at the
Um,
cereal box factory was like, "Oh man, someday we'll be able to fix all this printing stuff I can see wrong." And kids are like, "Oh, I love this style." You know,
I know. I
weird.
know. I even asked Peter Samedi one time. I was like, if I was able, if for some reason you accepted me to do like a comic with your company, would uh would it be cool if I like did some kind of like old off register stuff on purpose? Because I always wanted to have that like look on newsprint. And he was like, well, honestly, I get what you mean and stuff, but it's so hard to even get it unregistered and not to have those issues. Like, I'm trying not to have those issues,
Yeah,
so I would rather not do something like that. I was like, oh man,
yeah.
but
He's trying to make sure that his comics are all on registered. If you do one off, everybody's gonna go, "Oh, look, he messed up on that one."
yeah, yeah. So I get it. but I'm still gonna try to do it my own way,
Oh yeah.
probably. So we'll see. I'm seriously thinking about, once he finally does roll out the partnership program, to see if I can do kind of my comic under my own label or whatever, my own imprint, and just have him kind of piggyback on his printing like he's trying to set up now. That would be
Yeah,
really
that's
awesome.
really cool.
I mean, I'd love to be published by Alterna, but
Yeah.
at the same time, if I can't do that, I wouldn't mind piggybacking on his print run too.
Cool. It's cool that he's setting up a way that even because he must get all these submissions and they're all great. It's just there's it's not a reason that they're bad. It's a reason that it's not the path he's on with the company. That's all it is. But
Hmm.
it's awesome that he's supplying these people a way to make their comic anyway. That's just the guy's great. He's pretty
I know.
cool.
Yeah, it's to me, he's just like that's the heart of like comics. That dude right there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can't say enough good stuff about him.
No, big fan of Peter Smetty. Definitely.
So yeah, yeah. But I'm looking. I'm actually having some fun, like doing this corn cob Rob guy. I've been talking to people, and it's just like it's funny because like people are like, this is starting to be something kind of cool, and I'm like, yeah, it's weird. Like they're just some stupid like talking vegetables, but I'm actually like developing like a pretty cool world here. Like I'm probably gonna end up continuing with it. So I'm excited.
Yeah, you're populating the whole place. Like if you think about it, that's kind of the amazing thing about The Simpsons is everybody is somebody's favorite character, and there's hundreds of them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of keeps building, and that's a good analogy actually, because like The Simpsons, like a lot of people probably don't even remember. I don't know. Maybe The Simpsons only has like old fuddy-duddies like me who are like fans or whatever. But I bet a lot of people don't realize like when The Simpsons first came out, it was all about Bart. Like that it was like this kid, and he had like a bad attitude, and he had all these like catchphrases and stuff, and it's not even about that. Like you forget that he's even part of the show sometimes now. I mean, I don't
Oh yeah,
really watch it a lot, but I know that it seems to be more about like Homer and stuff, and I don't know. It's
yeah, definitely.
interesting.
It was about him, and everything else was the background. And then they went, wait a minute, people are loving the background. Let's just turn that into everything.
Yeah.
Personally, I would watch a show if they have only Mo in it. If they pared it down, they're like, we can only use one character. Mo, I will follow. I'll watch anything Mo does.
Nice. Which one is that? I'm not that
The
familiar with the show, to
sleazy
be honest.
bartender.
The sleazy bartender. Okay.
Sleazy but lovable bartender. That's Mo. He rolls.
Nice. That's cool. So yeah, let's check out the chat real quick. Looks like we got Sir Play I don't know, of Z or something. What's up, man? Thanks for coming on and chatting. And looks like we got Fue on here as well. Everybody's saying hello. So yeah, I got a couple people in the chat. Definitely
Right
put
on.
the word out there, so hopefully some people will jump on. I'm glad you came on, Creed. What are you working on today?
I'm having right now. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty setting it up, but I'm trying to. All I have left on Bloth that I've been working on since forever now is I just have to finish inking his foot, and as soon as his
Hmm,
foot's done, then I can color him, and he's done, and I'll probably make a sticker out of it.
nice. So you just gotta get it up.
Exactly. I think it's going to be far enough apart, like probably be I don't know a week or so apart between pieces now, anyway, because of my other schedule. But
Yeah,
I'm thinking that'll allow me the time to incorporate it into like my sticker getting schedule. So I think all my new stuff is going to get a sticker. I'm pretty sure.
That's cool.
That's how I've been spent. I half. That's the other weird thing is, it's taken over half my art time of working on like the business of art and making products and publicizing and like that's a monster that'll take over everything.
Right.
But you need to do it, so
Yeah.
gotta
That
spread the word.
business, the good old business part of it, the business end of comics,
Oh yeah,
or whatever art, I should say, because you're not even doing comics yet. But
I've got one in the background. I got a
yeah,
I got a cool idea for maybe a little 6-8 page story about a medieval knight with social anxiety.
nice. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. That's why I said yet,
Yeah.
because it used to be. I'm not making comics. I don't. I
Well,
tried it before. I'm not a
yeah,
comic
I
artist.
tried it in. I think I was in like grade 11 or 12, and I tried this comic. I made, I think maybe like 16 or 18 pages out of it. And there's a
Uh huh.
couple of good panels here and there, and like you can kind of see what I was trying to do. But man,
Yeah.
and it was just the frustration of, I don't know, the frustration of having to, instead of just doing a piece of art, I was like, no, I have to show how they get from here to there and all the storytelling stuff you need. I was just like, oh, I don't know. So I just started just drawing again.
Yeah.
My
The trick.
story is that I like to just draw stuff with no story. That's my story.
See, I'm like the opposite. Like, I, if I don't have a story involved, I almost feel like I'm pointlessly making art sometimes. Not always, but it's hard for me to just sit down and kind of just do fan art or something like that for whatever reason. But I did just do that Blue Bolt piece, which that
Yeah,
was
that was
fun.
really nice, and
Uh,
it really has that how they used to draw in the comics that came out at that time kind of an idea.
yeah, yeah, I tried to, I mean, I've been like addicted. Like anytime I don't feel inspired, all I gotta do is go over to comicbookplus.com and I would just eat that stuff up and I love it so much. Do you know about
I
that
honestly,
site?
no, I've never been to it, but I don't know. I always mean to get back to comics, but actually, I read one the other day. My first physical comic in I don't know how many years now. I usually get like digital stuff, but
Hmm.
I got Jeff Lafferty's comic, and man, it's so good that it seems really short. Like it's not. It's regular comic length, but you're like, oh, that's only a little piece of the story. Give me more.
Well, thank God he's gonna keep going with it. So,
Oh yeah, I can't wait for the next one now.
um, but yeah, Comic Book Plus, man, like you gotta check out that site. I think you'll really dig it. Because you're big into the historical, uh,
Yeah.
stuff. It's basically it's like Comixology, but for old like 10-cent comics, like
Oh, that's
that
cool.
are all ratty and like they like digitized them, and I think most of them are in the public domain. So, you're not if you're looking for like, certain stuff, it might be harder to find. Like if you're looking for like old superhero comics, it might be like you're not going to probably find Superman and Batman and stuff, but you'll find all these like oddball like comics, like old horror comics or old like I've been looking for sci-fi comics, anything that just happened kind of pre-code, that is still in like the public domain now and stuff. Like you'll find that kind of stuff, and it's just I get lost in that site. It's so good.
Some of the best comic art you're ever going to find are in old, obscure things that nobody remembers.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, you dig through and you be like, "How come I don't know this guy's name? Like that drew this?"
Yeah, and now I'm learning people's names too, like that,
Yeah,
like these classic artists and yeah, I don't know. That's where that whole Blue Bolt thing came from. Blue Bolt is actually, I don't know how much if you even have heard of him. A lot of people haven't, but like that's the first one of the first things that Joe Simon and Jack Kirby collaborated on when they first started working together.
that's cool.
Um, and it was a creation of Joe Simon and if people, I think a lot of people don't realize, but like long before there was this whole Jack Kirby Stan Lee thing with Marvel doing the superhero books, Joe Simon and Jack Kirby were out there killing it in comics, and they created a whole genre of romantic comic books, which was huge. That was way bigger than superheroes were for a long time, and they just created a lot of different comics, and people, all different companies would go to them when they needed a hit comic, and that's really where Jack Kirby, cut his teeth, and then there was some special like magic that happened when him and Stan Lee somehow got together and they did what they did, and the rest is history.
Cool.
So yeah, so Blue Bolt was like one of the first things they worked on, which and the reason why I was on that site a lot is because I'm working on a collaboration with a friend, um, and so it's kind of reflects kind of that old time and kind of a sci-fi thing and stuff. So just was looking for different inspiration and stuff, but every time I go on that site, I can't get off of it because it's just I love that old stuff. I can't get enough of like weird retro obscureness of whatever, even
So that's
music,
where you're
art,
getting all the
whatever.
inspiration from lately.
Yeah,
That's cool. There's a
absolutely.
there's a Facebook group called Public Domain Heroes, I think it's called. You must be in that one, are you?
No, actually, I'll have to check
They're
that out.
always
Actually,
talking about all those old guys that are like
mm.
free for everybody to use.
Yeah, I'm always trying to figure that out too because I want to use these public domain characters, so I'm gonna check that
Yeah, like
out.
the channel's like a lot of people check in, like make sure, oh, is this guy public domain right now? And people know, like it's all about public domain comic fans in this group. I check it
That's
out
awesome.
quite a bit. It's cool.
What did you say it's called?
Let me check here. Find it. I think it's just called Public Domain Heroes, but let me see here.
No, I found something that says public domain heroes.
Yep, Public Domain Heroes. That's the one. It has like a big collection of comics and then white lettering on it.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
That's
Joining
the one.
that but bastard right now.
Yeah, it's a good group.
Why do you want to? I hate these questions. Why do you want
Yeah.
to join our group? Because I want to? Like, I don't know. I love I love old comics. Probably shouldn't be doing this live. Do you agree on no spamming? Of course. No content out of the group subject unless approved. Agreed. Yep. All right. Can I come in now?
Just put all your answers. I am a spam bot.
Yeah. My name is Spamzor. Oh goodness. All right. So let's check back with the chat real quick. I see comics making comics with Chris is in here. What's up, dude? Um, let's see anything. Everybody's kind of chatting with each other. If you guys have any questions or thoughts or want to suggest any topics or whatever, feel free to write that in the comments, and I'll be happy to chat about that stuff with Mr. Creed here, or for questions for him too. Putting him on the spot.
Spotlight hits him and he starts to sweat.
Fue says Comic Book Plus is awesome. Yeah, I know he's into it. There was I wonder who first put me onto it. It could have been Fue, I'm not sure, but you definitely check out Comic Book Plus, written out, not the plus sign. I think you'll dig it, man.
Oh yeah.
Warrior of the Dead, my comic about a guy that gets powers by grabbing an Aztec warrior sword. Yeah, Comics with Chris, his new comic that he's working on, sounds awesome.
Right on.
Let's see what else. Alright, they're just talking to each other, playing around with public domain characters is a lot of fun, Fue says, and I agree. Yeah, cool. So we're caught up. So yeah, again, if you guys want to throw any questions, feel free to. While I ink this, it's weird. I'm like inking the first panel of this like page. What is this? Page 16, and it's
Yeah.
like I haven't even finished penciling it.
Yeah.
But I'm just doing, I don't know, whatever. It's going towards the comic somehow, some way.
That's kind of my problem right now. I'm trying to finish inking this and coloring it, but like just the last couple days, I have like 9 brand new ideas for new art, and I'm like, I can't do 9. Wait, slow down.
Stop it, brain.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, trying to always invent new ways to spend more time working on this stuff because that's the main thing. Like, is time. I could spend all day, every day on this stuff and still feel like I need more time. So,
I have done that for a long time, and you still, yeah, you never feel like, oh, I got all my stuff done. No way.
yeah. And then you
I,
add social media and YouTube videos on top of it.
oh man, the time that actually goes into that, I never realized before, but it's important. It's the only way to really get the word out in the modern day, you know.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like there's
for
all these
sure.
people that just waiting out there to be delighted by your art, but they haven't seen it, and it's your job for them to get it to them.
Yeah, and it's important though, like to get it out too, because, it's funny. Like, I mean, I've been doing YouTube videos and talking about comics and working towards making comics for a long time, but until like, I always get way more activity when I start actually putting out finished comics and or just drawings and illustrations. If you don't do that, if you don't actually finish anything and put it out, you're really just not making any movement yet.
Oh yeah. With all my streams, like on my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, little bit of Twitter, but on my Facebook, my Instagram, what I do because I've turned my I don't know my brand, I guess, is an entertainment stream with my art in it. So like I post in between art because I mean art takes time, and that's what people are just like, oh, where's your new art? And I'm like, I'm still working on that because it's work. It's not like because if you show somebody art, they like 2 seconds, their eyes go oh, and their brain goes, hey, I like that. It's 2 seconds for them. It's like a week for you.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, and
So in
then
between my art, I post like I don't know, like I started posting Creed's movie of the day, and I'll post like just a picture of the movie or whatever. Different like I don't know, almost like when in between intermission of a movie, they'll play a little cartoon or something just to keep people entertained. That's kind of what I do.
yeah,
I found like pop culture stuff I can keep my stream. So sort of turned it into an entertainment stream.
yeah. I've noticed that on your Instagram. It's
And
pretty
it's
cool.
working. It's like it's starting to. I'm starting to get the regular people come by every time I post something. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and then how's the response to the art after doing that when you do an art
Well,
post?
the very first commission I've done, and I posted that on Instagram now because the guy got it and he loved it. He's a big GoBots fan, and
Hmm.
but he found me through Instagram. So I mean that shows me because you can look at metrics and numbers and stuff, and that kind of gives you an idea. But that shows me like that's if there wasn't for Instagram, he wouldn't have found me. So that business came directly from that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um, yeah, I'm trying to do the same type of stuff for sure.
And I'm thinking like I'm gonna because I have my own store, and that's where I'd rather sell my stuff because then there's no extra fees from other places or whatever because I don't charge myself anything. But
Yeah,
I also I'm thinking okay, if you're the head of the octopus, every tentacle you can put out is an on ramp into your art. So
hmm,
what I've been doing is, and I'm starting to build it up a little bit, is I have a eBay store, and I'm not going to publicize that because I don't want people. I'm not trying to get people to buy from eBay. I'm getting people to find me from eBay.
yeah, yeah,
But what I do
absolutely.
is like they order a sticker, okay. Well, every stickers order I send out goes with my postcard, which is a piece of art, and it has my info on it. And then I have a magnet with my website name and a monster on it, and a
Hmm.
sticker with my website name and a monster on it, and another sticker that I give away too. So they're getting this batch of stuff, and now they know where to find me.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, I
And
think
it's
that's the way to go. You gotta add that little extra stuff and make sure people know, this isn't just like some random guy you're buying stuff from. I actually want to keep working
like
with you.
let's say you buy stickers every like maybe you buy one a week. Well, okay, you get it in an envelope and it's just a sticker and has a little note. Oh, thanks for buying a sticker. Okay, that's your normal thing. Well, you get one and it has all this extra sticker and postcard and a magnet and whatever in it, like a little bunch of stuff. When you just ordered one sticker, that's you're
Hmm.
going, hey, like this guy's serious. This is something cool. He wants me to have a good experience.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm actually thinking I'm going to turn it into a thing. I'm going to have a batch, a rotating batch of freebies.
Hmm.
And all I do is I watch for sales on these sites that I get my stuff from, and they'll be like, for the next 2 days, 65% off 3x3 magnets, and I'll go, oh, bam, and I'll root through a folder I got, and I'll come up with something. Like I sort of buy it because there's a sale,
Hmm.
and then you can give those away with an order, and you're not going to go in the hole over it.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because there's all these, and I think these are good too, but like there's always these, I don't know, social media gurus or just like artist
Yeah,
kind of gurus trying to kind of tell you how to do certain things and stuff. And sometimes they have some good tips, but a lot of times, people underestimate just like looking at a certain platform and then thinking a little bit about it and then making a plan and being creative with your marketing just out of your own creativity. And I think you can
exactly.
get a lot further with that.
Market as you, not as the optimal marketer,
Right.
because that's a
And,
generic thing, and you are not generic if you're a creator. You can't be, or no one will follow. I'm not just going to follow some guy that draws some kind of stuff, you
mhm.
know.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just see a lot of people making more headway when they kind of go intuitively. And I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing, with the Patreon thing. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to quite do it that way. But you know what? It's just the way that's working for me, so I'm gonna keep going with it. Um, and I don't know. I really enjoy seeing that, and I actually in that way I kind of like marketing, and also like when I do watch these marketing guru types, like again, like I can get some cool stuff from them, but um, a lot of times I come away feeling so anxiety ridden, like, oh, I have to do this and I have to do this and I have to make sure this is what's going on with my followers and make sure I'm saying this to these people and then over here on this social media doing this and that. And I just get like, I start to like have panic attacks almost like I can't do it all. But if you kind of create your own recipe and your own plan of attack, you're gonna, I think, get a lot further.
Do it your own way. That's what I've been doing. Like ever since all those guru guys. It's the weird thing is they all say mostly the same stuff.
Mm,
And there was a certain point where it reached, especially YouTube. YouTube's the one I at least was always trying to optimize and like learn the code. It's this crazy keys of hieroglyphics in the right direction. It's just like it became like an insane kind of thing. And
yeah.
then the videos changed to, well, now instead of making good videos and spreading the word about them, now you're on YouTube schedule. YouTube wants videos at this schedule and that schedule. They want them at this length and that length. I was like, oh, that's a job. That's I'm working for YouTube now. Like that's no, I'm not gonna do that at all.
Yeah.
Like I signed up for this not to work for some YouTube robot, like telling me when I should be posting my stuff. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that my channel, not his. So I just kind
Yep.
of stopped trying to optimize in that. Like, okay, I'm not growing too much. I get a couple subscribers here and there, and it's been a month since I've done a video because I'm in like this giant new life I have going on. But I'm getting back to video. But yeah, I'm not working for YouTube. YouTube works for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love YouTube, and my thing that's weird to me is I I just posted it the other day. I've been on YouTube for literally now it's been over by like a month or two. It's been over 10 years. And I'm still just not quite at 1,000 subscribers. Some people get to like 1,000 in a week. But at the same time, I've tried a lot of different things on YouTube, and there have been times when I'm consistent and times that I'm not consistent. And it wasn't always an art channel. At first, it was a music channel, and there's a lot of reasons why it hasn't gotten to 1,000 yet. But I kind of know what to do now, and like doing these early bird art casts, it's just fun. It's part of like kind of building the community. But then also like the video I did this morning, the kind of little tutorial, and I don't want to become a tutorial channel either, but if I have a specific thing that I feel like I can help out with that I don't see on YouTube, I'll go ahead and make a video for it. So
How
that's
to
kind
be
of,
Marshall Lee. No one's.
yeah. I even said it, like I've had this idea forever, but I never actually said it on a video. But I called it today. I was like, it's how to make comics the Marshall way.
There we go. Right
And
on.
I wanna do like
You got to do a parody cover.
yeah, I'd love to
You
do
got
like
to.
a parody. I'd love to do like maybe kind of an intro. Like I want to see if I could find somebody who has like and I'm sure there's plenty out there who can do like a real good Stan Lee impression, and then like call him like Dan Lee or something and like just do like this goofy intro thing or something. I think that'd be fun.
You know what? I don't know if he can sound like Stan Lee, but if you can't find somebody who can do that, the best announcer voice for something like that I can think of is Adam Moore.
Really?
Like just
He does have a really good voice. I was thinking about
he
that
has a
the
good
other day,
announcer
actually.
voice, man. He does.
It's funny. I
He
didn't
sounds
really.
like a guy who works at the office with Ward Cleaver. Like he
Yeah.
just he has that announcer voice to him.
Yeah, his voice is like a voice you can trust. That's
Exactly.
what I
Can't
feel
either.
like when I hear him. So it's cool, yeah. Yeah. That's definitely an option. I actually would love to get somebody to do like a Stanley impression though. That's kind of what I've thought about for a long time. I even
Ward
thought about
Cleaver
trying to
is
do it myself and like get like a cheesy mustache and stuff, but I'm not good at that kind of thing. I would probably flop
yeah.
at that. But let's see. Comics with Chris said great tutorial on color screen tones. I didn't realize you could do it like that. Yeah, man, glad you liked it. And so yeah, he watched it, so that's cool. And
There you
then
go. Spreading the word.
Hui says, Creed, I know that like me, you dig movies like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Have you
Oh,
ever
absolutely.
seen The Incredible Melting Man from 1977? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it?
It's a classic. I don't remember much detail. It's been years and years since I've seen it, but no, that's absolutely a classic, definitely.
Cool.
I'm if I recall correctly, I think it was Ray Milland, or maybe that was X from Outer Space. I'm thinking of, but I liked it a lot. Anyway, it's like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen that one.
Yeah. I haven't seen either of those movies, I don't think. Sometimes I've seen a lot of like weird, like some like weird, like sci-fi or like horror creature features, but I don't always remember the names of them because they're like super cheesy, but they're awesome.
Yeah,
So I don't
I've,
know.
I've got a brain for like actors and like all stuff entertainment wise because I used to run this giant entertainment website, and
Mm,
the whole thing about running it was knowing all this stuff and connecting it all. So like I just kind of pick it up like magnets on a fridge now.
yeah. Yeah, I do too sometimes, but sometimes I just kind of watch something and enjoy it and forget, what all went on. I'm not good with names either, like character names or whatever. Like I don't know, like I'll watch a show and love it. It'll be like my favorite show in the world, and I won't know any of the characters' names.
Yeah.
And like even my own comics that I make, I forget what the characters' names are. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not good with names, but you know, it's cool to hear like people talk though who do remember all that stuff. Like actually Fue is pretty good at that. He remembers a lot of details about a lot of old stuff and stuff, and you do too actually. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm made block by block in a pop culture. That's me.
It's awesome.
It's so good to be working on art again. You wouldn't even believe it.
Oh, I know. I mean I work on it every day, but even still every time I do, I'm like, yes, art time.
No time like
Except
art.
except for when I don't, then
Yeah.
because there are times where I'm just like, "Ah, I don't want to do it, but I gotta get stuff done."
Why did I put so many kernels on this guy?
Yeah, exactly. It's funny, like certain details, like you're like, crap, why did I create this character like this? I don't want to draw all these details. Um,
But it's
but
usually because it was the best one in your mind at the time. So yes, it's the pain later, like logistically, but design, all you're thinking about is design wise when you're designing something.
yeah, yeah. And you would think Corncob Rob would be that way, but I actually like drawing his stupid little kernels, and
Yeah.
like it helps me to get him in perspective because I have to do it in perspective. Like I have to get the curves right and stuff. And then yeah, I don't know. There's one character in this comic though, Iggy Ivy, and I'm not sure that I'm gonna love drawing him because he's like literally ivy leaves, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to draw like tons of leaves.
Next,
So
a
I
guy
don't know.
who's made of individual ants.
Yeah.
And each one is drawn with a different uh, different look on his face. Right on.
That's funny. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I think it was Mark Crilly. I was watching a video from him recently, and he was saying if it wasn't him, it was somebody else. But he was saying like trees are one of the hardest things like to draw, like
Oh yeah.
especially like with comics and stuff. There's just like if you want to get into the detail of it, there's just infinite details in just one tree, like even one tree branch. It's like crazy, or a
Yeah.
bush or something. But there's a lot of ways to simplify it, and hopefully I can find those ways when it comes to it.
That's the benefit of my style because the way I do it, I'm trying to use as much black and show as tiny bits of highlight as I can. Now, I minimize that when I'm doing cartoon because you need lots of room for the color. But like for a
Mhm.
piece of art, if for a tree or something, I can get away with just doing sort of a little piece of an outline here and a little piece on the other side, and you go, oh, it's dark, but look, there's the tree. You know,
Mhm.
there's
Yeah.
benefits to my style, and there's bad things too.
Yeah. I feel like you know, almost approaching it in a like as a painter first and then going in and doing select details is helpful. Um,
You kind of have to look at it like hair. You don't want to draw every hair, but you want to draw each wave and curl and the motion of the hair.
yeah. Yeah, and I'm not good at that one either. That one's
That's
tough.
that is tough. All my old art, I was trying to draw every hair. Like you can tell just by looking at it. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still probably around that level. That's why it's so much better to draw vegetables.
Yeah.
Talking vegetables is where it's at. That's gonna be my new tip. Like you have a hard time drawing hair? Don't draw people, draw vegetables.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but then they'll be like, "Oh, I have a hard time drawing the top of celery." It's like, okay, instead of hair, don't draw every leaf, just draw the leaf motion.
Nope, just put a hat on them.
There
That's
you
all.
go.
uh,
Somebody accused me one time. This is what my old ancient '90s superhero universe I had, and I drew a thing that was a group photo, sort of like a Justice League cover kind of style, where it was a group
mhm,
photo and then me in the middle, and it was all my characters. And
mhm.
I posted a thing of it on my Instagram, but it's somebody looked at it and went, every single person in there has goggles and you have glasses. I'm like, what do you want? You don't want to draw eyes? No, it's not that. Here's the cool thing. I just think goggles are cool.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, no, I that's one thing too I don't like drawing is people with glasses. I try to
Yeah.
leave the glasses out if I can.
It's like first panel, he gets punched and his glasses go flying. Okay, now I'll draw him from now
There
on.
you go. Nice. Every character with glasses gets punched.
Decked by Darby Cufflink in a surprise reappearance. This is bad.
Exactly. All right, let's see. Let's see where we're at with the chat. So Sir Play of Z said he's asking if anybody has seen Lady Alchemy comic coming soon, if they've heard of it. And I don't think I have heard of that. I have to
Oh,
check
I
it
haven't
out.
heard of that one either.
But it sounds cool. Alchemy's cool and ladies are cool.
Exactly.
So I'm assuming maybe it's like a Indiegogo or a Kickstarter or something. Let me
Probably.
do a little Google here. OZ as in Australia. Okay. So it's Sir Play of Australia. Cool. Oh, you put a link in there. Show. All right. It is an Indiegogo. So if anybody wants to check that out, click the link in the chat. Oh wow, it's 315% funded. Actually, that seems like it's right up. It might be right up Foy's alley too, because
Oh, that's
he
cool.
likes kind of dark stuff with the pretty women, which who doesn't? Let's see. It funded. Is it still going? No. Yeah, you guys can check it out. I don't have any money to support anything right now, unfortunately. I wish I did. This art though does look really awesome. It reminds me of what's that guy? Reminds me of a little bit of Magnola, but also is it Mark Textiera? That guy with that like crazy style. He did
Yeah, he drew
oh,
Hex. That guy's in some Ghost Rider.
yeah, yeah.
He's awesome.
It's kind of like a rough style. It's kind of a mix
It's like the
between
opposite
that.
of mine style, but I still love it.
Yeah, but this is really its own thing too. This looks really cool, Lady Alchemy. I would definitely recommend taking a look at least art wise. It's pretty amazing looking. Cool.
I think
Thanks
it's
for
cool that all those
letting us
sites
know
are out
about
there.
that. What's that?
I think it's cool that all those sites are out there that people can make their comic, even if DC laughed at them.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
mean, like everybody's not going to get into Marvel and DC, and that's used to be if you wanted to do comics. But now, like people just go, I'm going to make my comic. Everybody chip in. Right on.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, the opportunities we have nowadays is just awesome for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I got a few ideas floating around for maybe something I'll do in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, I can't wait. I'd love to see a Creed comic.
There will be if I get the chance, but it has to be the
Yeah,
back burner right now. But yeah, an idea that I think would make a really good comic.
awesome.
And it's good because I don't have the money to pay somebody to do it. So luckily I can draw.
There you go. And if you couldn't draw, there's always Kickstarter and Indiegogo.
Exactly.
to pay somebody.
That'd be awesome to like. I'd love to draw my own, but also love to have like Arthur Adams draw it for me. You know, throw that into the Kickstarter and just say, look, I've got to hire Art Adams, chip in.
Yeah,
I'm surprised there's
yeah.
not more of those.
Well, I mean, Arthur Adams is the type of dude who chooses what he wants to work on.
Oh
So,
yeah, but I mean, I'm sure like people could just name their favorite artist. Like, I want to hire this guy, and if they could or not doesn't matter. But I'm just surprised there's not a big storm of those.
yeah. Well, there's so many good artists out there that aren't even famous, so it's like, why
Oh
go that
yeah,
route when you can go the cheap route, you know?
oh yeah. Although I would love to hire like a Paris Collins or a Chuck Patton or Dan Jurgen, somebody like those guys are just they're legends.
Yeah, yeah,
I've
I
been
would
following
love.
Chuck Patton on Instagram, and he's doing lots of shows in like California and stuff. That's cool.
It's awesome. I gotta draw more panels if I want to ink more panels.
That's exactly how it works. You got the system down pat, man.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
I love that I got this guy done, but I got this guy drawn how I like him, which was a challenge. But I really need this art to be done so I can do more.
Yeah. There's always a piece of art in the way to doing other art.
Yeah, yeah. I've been kind of just doing products based on sales at these places that make them.
um, yeah. Sir Play asks, "What's the cheap route?" Um, well, really, there is no cheap route unless you want to take advantage of artists, and you can find the right artist to take advantage of, which I do not recommend. But um, I mean,
But the
I
exposure,
did.
the exposure.
Yeah, exactly. I did say cheap route though, so I just meant like cheaper than hiring Art Adams, you know?
Yeah, that's a broad range below Aaron Adams. I gotta say, there's a lot of room there.
Yeah. So I wish there was a cheap route. Well, actually, there is one cheap route, and it's called just making it all yourself.
Yeah.
But not everybody can do that. So
Well, that does
yeah,
take years to learn. Is the problem.
yeah, exactly.
I'm lucky I already put the years in, but if I needed something today, I'm at a loss.
Hmm. Well, when all else fails, I can draw panel borders.
There we go.
Or ink panel borders. I don't know how I ever first decided to do this, but like one day it like dawned on me to just do the panel borders first, and I'm so glad it did because I don't know, there's something about that is like it starts you on the page, like it takes the intimidation factor out, and then it feels like you've made progress. The page doesn't seem as daunting anymore, and like
Oh, you got
it's like
structure, man.
you have like these little boxes you can draw in now. Like what's more fun than drawing in little boxes? So
Well, that's how they make a building, man. They build the structure first and then fill it in. So that's the way to do
it's
it.
true. It's true. There's other people though that don't do that, and it's interesting. Like everybody's got their own method. I know that dude, CV Smallwood, friend of the show. He actually hates drawing the panel borders and waits until the very last thing. Like, well, I don't want to speak for him, but I'm pretty sure he waits till the very last moment where he finally has to draw them in because everything else is inked and stuff, and then he draws the panel borders in, which
That's
I've
kind
never
of
seen
weird.
anybody else do that, but
I
it
would think
works for
every
him.
comic fan would kind of love panels. Like I love panels. I'm not even a comic artist.
Well, I don't know if he doesn't love panels, but as far as
Just
drawing
how
them,
it works for him.
for
Yeah.
some reason in his brain, that's how
The
it
artist
kind of
brain, the
works.
spookiest thing in the universe. We'll never figure it out.
Right. That's funny.
I don't know what it is, but I know I have one. That's for sure.
Yes. It came out of the primordial ooze somehow.
The first weird thing to crawl out of the ocean, all the rest were pretty average. That was the artist. Crawled
That's
over and
funny.
started scrawling something on a rock right away. Yeah, that's awesome.
It reminds me of those like old cartoons where they would like do like the history of the world or something or some kind
Yeah.
of science thing, and they have that one guy. They always had that one same guy who was like the narrator, and he'd like he'd be just say, this is how the earth was created and blah
Yeah.
blah blah. But there'd always be like this goofy joke, like they'd do like a serious fact, and then there'd be like this like
A dinosaur
little.
farts and blushes or something weird.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Those things are awesome. I don't even know what to call them. They're just like these random cartoons that I used to see from time to time. You probably know all about them. You're probably like, well, that's this guy, and blah, blah,
I do know a lot about cartoons, that's for sure.
blah. So enlighten us. You
Well, those things I'm not 100% up
don't
on
remember
those.
so much, yeah. You're failing us, Creed. You're
But I
failing
but
us.
I do love those cool like I think they were almost set up as like presentations like you'd show on a TV set to your class kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some of them were anyway.
I always wonder, yeah, like what were some of these things meant for? I think cartoons really started being meant for like stuff while people were waiting to watch movies. Like,
Yeah.
is that where the first cartoons happened? I think that's what my
Like mixed in with
thought was.
newsreels kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's how it kind of started. So then you get all these like weird, um, like just shorts that are like all different crazy
Uncategorizable.
lengths. Yeah, they're not exactly, and they're just so random and like some of them are like musicals and
Stuff like that's awesome, but it does something strange to my brain that likes to categorize stuff. And I'm like, so this is a what? And no, it's not a what. It's not anything. I don't know what it's called.
yeah,
But we just there's no group for that kind of stuff. It's an ungrouped group.
yeah. It's like they just kind of created it as an extra piece, like a bonus piece of entertainment. So whatever they thought would get a laugh or get whatever reaction they wanted,
Yeah.
they would just make it happen, I guess.
But when you describe it, people know what you're talking about. But you can't say it's this thing.
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. It's not an 80s Saturday morning cartoon
It's
with
definitely not. I would know
a
all about
moral
that.
and a toy line.
Exactly, the toys. To think that all the greatest cartoons ever made in history were just made just to sell plastic to kids doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's amazing. It's an amazing fact if you think about it, because you'd think if it just made to sell something, it's going to be garbage. No, these are like legendary.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
don't mind being sold a Transformer. If I had the money, I'd
Oh,
buy them all.
twitch my rubber arm. Exactly. I just found a few wacky packages, stickers, and some garbage pail kid cards from like that I bought when I was a kid. I found them in a box, and I'm actually
Nice.
I root for this stuff because I need more fuel for Instagram. It's like a fire that needs shoveling every day. But
Yeah.
I've been going through those, and I'm like, oh man, I wish they made card stickers now. Like if I could find a place that would make me some card stickers out of my stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah. I
but
totally want to make card stickers. Like,
it's just
I
such a
think
cool
we talked
option.
about that.
I don't think there's anywhere that I know of that will make those though, because it's
There's got to be like one of these sticker places probably does it. They have to,
I'm
right?
gonna start asking them all because like I'm a customer of quite a few of them, and yeah, I'm just gonna be like, look, man, make me some card stickers. That'd
I
be the greatest.
also, yeah, and I also want the assorted sticker card, like the bigger one that you can buy like everywhere, like with like 6 to 8 like little stickers on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and there's like 3 or 4 sheets in a pack or whatever, like that's what I want. And then also we've talked about the crazy like reflective ones that you get out of the vending machines too. Those are
yeah, the
awesome.
glittery ones. Yeah, those are cool. There's one place that has like you can get the printed on sort of a holographic foil, and they have a few different colors, which is
Hmm.
it's cool. I'm actually planning on getting one for. I have a one of my cartoon villains is Brainiac from Super Friends, and it's the robot Brainiac. And
Hmm.
I think I'm just gonna take his head and get it made on one of those metallic or some kind of crazy sticker. It's gonna be cool.
That sounds awesome. It's like the foil covers.
Oh yeah. There was a little documentary, I think I can't remember where it was, and it was all about those '90s foil things. And that printer has like a shelf or a corner or whatever with all these old rolls, like the ends of rolls and stuff of all those ones. Like you'd look at it and go, "Oh, that was this comic of Spider-Man that used that," or whatever. Like you just it's crazy.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, I would love to mess around with that. Like, they get a bad rap, the foil covers, because they did in some ways kind of, they were like gimmicks and they kind of
Well, it's because
helped, they were
there was
part of
50 of them
ruining
a
the
month.
industry. What?
Oh, it's just because they made 50 of them a month. If there was one a month, they'd be the coolest thing in the universe, and but it just everybody did it. That's what killed it, I think.
Yeah. You know what's interesting though is Image tends to get the flack for it, and they didn't even do it that much. Like,
No, Marvel did way more than everybody else.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's I love them. I think they're fun, like
Yeah,
yeah, it's a gimmick and it's a freaking fun gimmick.
exactly.
I don't mind gimmicks. I mean, I get why people say like, "Oh, it's a gimmick," like because there are stupid things where it's just like, "Oh, they're just trying to get you to buy something," and but if
But
it's something
especially if they
cool, then
artistically
cool.
work it in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my phone's people trying to contact me. I don't think I can do the hangout and contact people at the same time.
You're
So funny.
unreachable, but very watchable.
I hope so. I hope I'm watchable.
No, you got a good show going, Marsh. Definitely, especially for artists.
Thanks. Yeah, hope so. Seems like people are digging the show. And I'm just trying to do it as much as I can. I can't get to it every day, but
Oh
I wish
yeah.
I could have like a regular schedule and be like, this is when it's always going to be on. But
I've been trying to get
unfortunately,
back to that for my channel. Like I had that when I started for the first, I don't know, few months, and
hmm
I've been trying to get back to that, but it's not gonna happen. It's videos
yeah,
are gonna be when I can get videos made.
yeah, that's how it's going to be for me too. But you know, the conventional wisdom
Yeah. Don't
is to
listen
do
if
that.
if a group of people are all saying the same thing, don't listen to that. That's what I think.
Yeah,
Or at least scrutinize it before you listen to it.
yeah. My mom's. I'm supposed to be hanging out with my mom. Like after this call, I'm gonna call her and probably go hang out with her today for a little bit.
Right
And
on.
she's asking me, "Do you like rice? Do you like bacon?" I'm like, "Yes. Who doesn't?"
Yeah.
I like it all. And who doesn't like bacon? Now, do I eat bacon is a different story. I do, but some people might not.
If they could turn every part of the pig into bacon, I would eat a whole pig.
That's so funny. That's awesome.
Win some
I
kind of T-shirt at the local restaurant or something. I would do it.
I love bacon, and I want everybody to know it. Um, I just I was trying to figure out because I have like a bunch of police officers in this comic, And so I'm like, oh crap, so what vegetables are they gonna be and stuff like that. So my wife, she like went through like Wikipedia and was like looking up all these like crazy vegetables and stuff that you never even hear of. And apparently there's one vegetable called a pig nut.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, there we go. There's that. Well, she actually had the idea. She's like, Pig Nut. And I'm like, yes. So I created one character named Pig Nut. So, or Officer Pig Nut. So that'll be fun.
I'm personally a fan of the use of pig as police, but I mean that some people are offended by that, but I sort of don't like police, so I think that's great.
Yeah, I don't care about offending people.
That's the best artist attitude there is. It really is.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember who it was. It was, but somebody asked, and this guy was a creator, an artist, and they asked him like about offending people, and he said, "I'm not trying to offend people. I'm trying to impress them." Like that's I don't even care, but anything else, that's I'm trying to impress people is what I'm trying to do.
I mean, I will say there's some stuff I stay away from, but still, like, I mean, if there's something I want to put in a comic, I'm not gonna not put it in because it's gonna offend somebody, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I do the same thing. Like most of my art is, well, the weird thing is people look at it as kind of kids art, but it's not kids art because it's for people who were kids when I was a kid. We're all grown up now, so it's
Mm,
actually for grown up art. Like it's not adult. It's I'm not
yeah.
there's no anything in it, but it's adult art because some kid now is gonna go, this guy's from Pirates of what like it's everybody who watched this is all grown up now. So the stuff I'm making for is adults that used to be kids. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that
But
works.
every once in a while, I mix in some like I have really horror stuff. Like I had a really gory one where a guy kills a baseball mascot. There's blood everywhere. I always have the thought like, should I post this because does it match my other stuff? And then I'm like, it does match my other stuff because I say it does. Like that's my stuff. Is some of this, some of that, a few other things. That's the recipe. I refuse to
Yeah.
be like the razor sharp edge you're supposed to be. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And you're the same way. You're like, here's a big guy with a briefcase full of comics, and then you're like, here's a corn cob skateboarding dude, and here's a
Yeah. Trust me.
through the format.
Yeah. I mean, I wish in some ways that I could be more branded, but it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be doing a comic about werewolves and unicorns at some point soon too. So,
that is cool.
because I mean, I'm just joking because I mean I am, but like it's the 100 Days of Making Comics anthology. That's the theme. So
I really hope somebody does like a really like a awesome werewolf that's a unicorn, like just a big
yeah,
giant beast of a thing with a big horn and maybe brightly colored. I don't know.
yeah.
Somebody has to
I
do that,
think
like
I
literal.
think that a lot of people actually have that similar idea. I don't know who's
I
gonna
hope the book
end
is
up
all
doing
that.
that or
That'd be
not.
great.
Yeah, I mean, so far the ideas I've seen have been mostly like kind of pretty actiony
Yeah,
stuff, which is cool. I mean, trust me, I came up with 31 ideas because
right on.
I'm just stupid like that. But
Because you're a marsh, that's why.
but the first idea that I came up with was kaiju unicorns. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I don't know what I'm gonna land on yet. I'm busy working on corn cob right now.
Oh yeah. You gotta focus on what you're working on.
Yeah. I'll dedicate. There'll be a day where I'm like sick of working on corn cob, and I'll be like, all right, I'll switch over to that one for a little bit, and I'll come up with some hopefully cool stuff, and we'll do it.
I had a really crazy thing happen yesterday. Like a beam of light came down to me because I've been obsessed with this idea in the back. It's been rattling around the back of my head like a marble of the Creeper and Solomon Grundy teaming up. I want to do
Hmm.
like a drawing of maybe Solomon Grundy with the Creeper on his shoulder or something like that, right? I've been thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I've been going through like because there was a 50% off sale at Vistaprint, and that's where one of the places I get my stuff. So I'm like, okay, I got to get some prints made. I'll find so I was rummaging around, and I had this piece of Thugs on film, and I did a redraw of them on the same couch, but now they're dressed up as, and I dressed them up as the two kids from Over the Garden Wall, and I really
Mm-hmm.
love that. But and I always thought like I could just dress them up as lots of different stuff. And then yesterday I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a series of 4 or 5 stickers. It's gonna be regular them and all their different costumes. And I thought I looked at them. I'm like, one looks like the Creeper, one looks like Solomon Grundy. I'm like, oh, that's where this idea fits in. And the puzzle, it was like the last piece went blimp in the puzzle. It was like, there we go.
That's awesome.
So that's going to be my Creeper and Solomon Grundy piece. Is going to be the boys from Thugs on Film dressed up like them. Awesome.
Gotcha.
And I had this idea. I'm hoping to have something done for next Halloween. I always plan for Halloween, but I had this awesome idea of, like, let's say if it's the Hulk. Okay, it's the Hulk, but what he's dressed like is that Hulk costume the kids used to wear that had the Hulk on the front of it. And, like, because that's not a Hulk costume. That's, I don't know what that is, but I wanted this actual superheroes dressed in those. I can't remember what kind of costumes they are. You know what I mean? The like the plastic poncho with the Hulk on the front of it.
Say that last part again.
Like those old kids costumes, they used to come with a plastic mask with a rubber band, and
Yeah.
then like a plastic poncho, but it wasn't like the Hulk's shirt and pants. It was like the Hulk smashing through something, which made no sense, right? If you're the Hulk.
Oh, okay.
But so I want to draw the Hulk wearing that outfit, like,
Yeah.
and like all these other whatever those costumes are. I'm going to track them all down. I want to draw those characters in that costume.
That's
I
funny.
think that'd be a good Halloween series.
There's so many costumes like that where it's just like it's so ridiculous.
It's
Like
not their
like
outfit. It's like a cartoon of them on it or something. It's
yeah,
weird. Like you
and
can't
then
say you're
there's
the Hulk. Look, there he is on your shirt.
yeah, and then it reminds me too of like those T-shirts, like the T-shirts that are actually a tuxedo, but it's just actually a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Or like they have a million different ones. Like I think I had a Ghostbuster one at one point, and like I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, they just make
I've
them
seen,
look like whatever outfit, but it's just a shirt.
and then your head is there or whatever.
The guy who first come up with that, I'm sure has lots of money now.
Yeah, it's like the laziest costume you could ever have. So
But okay, it's a lazy costume on Halloween, but it's a piece of Halloween in every day for the rest of the year. So that's kind of cool.
yeah, that's funny. Oh crap. Let's see. So I want to look at the chat here. See what's going on yet. I gotta say, guys. Wait, I gotta go. Oh, Foy had to go. Okay.
Uh,
It's been an awesome stream as always. Thanks for answering my question, Creed. You guys rock. Stay awesome. We will stay awesome, and thank
you got
you
a
for
great
being
audience
awesome.
here, man.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I'm friends. I've keep like having like new people come on, and then I get to be like more friendly with them. Like we chat, off, in different places, and I don't know. It's just really cool. I got like James is here. What's up, James? He's contributed like a bunch of stuff, helping me out and stuff, which is really cool. Comics with Chris likes Pignut.
Oh
We all like Pignut.
yeah.
That sounds gross. Okay, let's see. So yeah, looks like it's probably about that time. I was probably gonna do more today, but it looks like I'm gonna have to keep it at about an hour here. So I would like to say thank you to everybody watching, and also Creed. Let's let people know where they can find you, man.
The mighty Creed Stonegate. I can be found as Creed Stonegate on Instagram, Creed Stonegate on Twitter, and infinitecoolness.com is my website.
Sweet, all those fun places, and at least some of those links, or at least one of those links, looks like your YouTube and your actual website is already in the
Oh yeah,
description.
I do YouTube too, and also occasionally co-star on Merch's show. Hello.
Yeah.
Right
It's awesome. I always love having you, man. You're always welcome to continue coming on. And
on. That was a good spot,
um,
man.
yeah, man. Thank you. So, and you guys know where you can find me, donkeyjawprojects.com. And if you want to find me on social media, Marshall Lee underscore DJP on Instagram and Twitter. And also, there's a Facebook group for the Donkey Jaw Project stuff. So that's like a place to get some extra background stuff and yeah, so go check that out as well. Um, and that's about it. I guess that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to all my patrons on Patreon. Thank you to all the people watching on the replay. You guys all rock, and I will talk to you next time. Later.